Allegedly, Olori Ashley fainted in the forest where the diviners revealed the truth and the secret behind Ooni of Ife and Queen Naomi and the birth of Tadenikawo. The secret was revealed to her. She had initially gone to the forest of Oduduwa to cry to the gods of how she has been so much in love with Ooni of Ife, how she has contributed a lot in the life of Ooni of Ife, how she felt about the whole stuff. Because Olori Ashley is someone that I know that she truly loves Ooni of Ife. Yes, I can say that over and over again. She has portrayed that love in so many cases. But that doesn't change the fact that sometimes you might be loving someone and that person is loving some other persons. That didn't change the fact that Ooni of Ife is so much in love with Queen Naomi. And that cannot change the love Ooni of Ife has for Queen Naomi. And whether I even say it or not, it won't even change the fact that Kabiyesi is so much in love with Queen Naomi and no one else. So, as it was rumored, they said she went with her family with a lot of things for sacrifice to the great forest of Odua. So, they carried all those things to go and appease the gods in preparation for the Olokun festival that just happened a few days ago. So they said after the sacrifice was done, Ashley went emotional. She started crying. She started being emotional concerning the less love she's getting from the monarch, the less love she's getting from Ooni of Ife, in as much as she loves Ooni of Ife, but the love is not being returned. So she started complaining, laying complaints to the gods. So because Ooni of Ife doesn't return the amount of love that she gives him, so she feels she's just in a relationship by herself, that she didn't get that love, the love she expects from Ooni of Ife in return. So after laying her complaints, they have to accept her complaints because she is always coming to them. She is the only woman, the only Olori who always remember them. And these local things, these gods, they always appreciate anyone that always come, for the fact that Olori Ashley is always coming to them and appeasing them, bringing them things. They decided to give her a listening ear. So they said one of the great custodians that also visit the palace, after looking at how broken Ashley was and how she was feeling at that moment, so the great custodian decided to bring her close, sit her down, and narrate to her history concerning Olori Naomi and Ooni of Ife. So when the great custodian finished telling Ashley all the things she knows, all the things she needs to know, and Ashley saying that there is no hope, she stood up and collapsed. So that great custodian has to run Ashley through history to let her know the story behind Ooni of Ife and Olori Naomi's spiritual connection. So I bring you how it happened, the rumor we heard. How we heard it is how I'm going to explain it to you here now. So they said that when Ooni of Ife, Adeyaya Onitan Ogunwusi, was elected, firstly, that the first place they received him was at Ibadan Expressway, the road that connects Ibadan to Ife. That he entered Ife in the day after the name has been announced. Then secondly, he went to Gusi Rolling House to be installed as the Isoko. Because according to their tradition, he must first be the Isoko of his family before he will finally sit on the throne of Oni. Then thirdly, after being an Isoko, he still has to be the head of the Obanufe Palace to perform rites at the Olonto River near the palace. That palace is called Obanufe Palace in Ile-Ife. So he has to go there to perform rites at the Olunto River, which is inside the palace. And after that, he has to proceed to a forest. And that forest is in Ilesha Road to proceed for another round of ritual. So the last one he did, they say he has to go into exclusion for 21 days. And that 21 days, he has to do it in Ilofi. So it's in this seclusion that he met the old woman in the spirit to receive the power led by Odudua. And we know this Ooni of Ife, Ojaja II, is a special born. He's so special that even in the spirit, he was destined to be great. And that makes a lot of difference between him and the ex-Onis. And during that time that he was contesting, there were like 40 princes who contested for the same position that he is now. And they said even his elder brother came to contest, but he didn't win. And let's not forget that all these things that Ooni of Ife was passing, all these steps, it was not only him. It was also the other ones, other princes who were also contesting as of that time. They still passed through the same stages. They still went into exclusion for 21 days. So, and the main reason for this seclusion is for them to meet the old woman in the spirit who is supposed to give them the power of Odudua. And then it was rumored that when Ooni of Ife went into that seclusion to meet the old woman that would give him a power, so they gave him the power and also gifted him a woman, and that woman came with a son. And this is also similar to the reincarnation story that was told, that was rumored around the internet. They gifted him a woman in the spirit, and that woman came with a son, and that woman and son is the same Olori Naomi in the physical. So after that, he came back from there and was initiated into the Isoro tradition also. So in the presence of king making, Ooni of Ife has to go from one point to the other, from one step to the other, before he went into that seclusion. And they said that seclusion, like I said before, they said it's not for just Ooni of Ife, that is for everybody that is contesting for that position. Because in that seclusion, they will have to be in the spirit in order to meet the woman that will give them the power, the rightful power of Odudua. And in that seclusion, what everyone is expected to get, the person that will win, is expected to get a pot of power from Odudua. So because of how special Adeyeye Onitan Ogunwusi is, he was given that pot. Not only given that pot, he was also gifted a woman with a son. So, and in physical, that woman is Olori Naomi, and that son is Prince Tadenikawo. But then what I don't really understand is relationship between these two people, because everyone knows that Olori Naomi is a prophetess, is a Christian, and in the other hand, Oba Adeyeye Onitan Ogunwusi is a traditionalist. He doesn't go to church. But all these spiritual things, you never can tell the connection they have, because there is always a connection in the spirit. Because mere looking at it, no, you wouldn't believe that a Christian, a born-again Christian, will now be related and be matched with a traditionalist in the spirit realm. That is why this world is full of mysterious things. Yeah, this world is a mystery, because there are some connections you will not even know that such things would happen. Imagine a prophetess, someone that believes in God, and an atheist being matched together. I don't know how that comes about, but that is what we are hearing. And they said this is all that was explained to Olori Ashley. And after explaining all those things to her, they said she just collapsed, because it was too much for her to bear. Knowing that there is no hope. In fact, after all these things has been explained, she already know that this comes directly from the gods. So there is no hope for her. And because whatever that has been stamped and sealed in the spiritual realm, that is how it's going to be. There's nothing anyone can do about it, right? They explained to her very well and still pointed it out to her vividly that if every woman in that palace would go, but Olori Naomi will be the last woman standing, that she isn't going anywhere, that every other Olori will go, as they have always said it, that is why that is from where the story is coming, and that is where that conclusion is drawn, and that is why Ooni of Ife can never leave Queen Naomi, no matter what, that Queen Naomi will be the last woman standing and every other woman in Ooni's life will go. That Queen Naomi happens to be the only woman that came with Ooni of Ife, and she was gifted to Ooni of Ife by the gods. So they said Olori Ashley, after hearing all these things, it didn't go well with her, it didn't digest well with her, she just collapsed, and that was when all the kitty kata started, all the basbos started. So welcome back to my channel. This is Live Gist Plus, and we're here to bring you spicy news from the palace of Ooni of Ife, and a lot of gist that are waving around the internet. If you've not subscribed to this channel, please help me to subscribe, and please press notification bell as the news are coming, as they hot to go the land your domot. And if you are my returnees, you guys are my real MVP. I love you so much. I keep saying this, I love you, I love you. Thanks for always coming. And this is the information we got, that Ooni of Ife plunged her as she collapsed after the great diviners asked her to accept her fate. Yes, she has to accept her fate, because if this all information we are getting, all this information, if they are true, then this has come to stay, and there's nothing anyone could do about it. Never. Whatever that comes from the gods, whatever that comes spiritual, anything that has spiritual connection, nobody can do anything about it. So Olori Ashley has to accept her fate, and accepting that fate made her to collapse, and she was being carried away. According to the how we heard it, she was carried away to go and to be revived back. So you have to just stay tuned, and because I am going to come on your way with more updates. Have a nice day.